Hello. All right, now I can check. When I had a problem in sharing on X and another. Hi. All right. Hey, I got one person. Hi. Oh, I'm trying to share. Sorry. Oh, this is when I was supposed to get up. Turn off all alarms. All right. All right. I got my cat here. Bobby's next to me, as you can see. I just got here. He's like, to go further down. Right here. Here's Bobby. It's my cat. He's been a poopy. Do you want spray? Quit biting. Psh. I'm not touching him anymore. He's pissing me off. So I'm trying to share on two different, one which is my Snapchat. So I'm looking on here. And God dang, it's so. Hi. Oh, here it is. Finally found it. Ooh, here it is. Finally found it. Ooh, here it is. There we go. I can share our next now. Because usually you could do it before you go live. It's really kind of cool. And then I go to YouTube, share, and Snapchat. Because I can do two sharings on my phone, but only one on. They don't have the thing for Snapchat. I'm going to try it. Let's get some music. Let's see what I got going. Oh, gosh. Unbelievable. So let's talk about one time my grandmother, for the longest time, never really cared about Las Vegas. When they built, I guess you would say, the castle that remind it's like the castle that where you can dress up as a knight or a maiden and you know live the day of yore. And she went there and she really had a blast. And um, after that, after that was built and more families and people were going down to Vegas, my grandmother would go down there. Now, mind you, she would go with the senior citizen group and she would enjoy herself. My family, we always go on what you call passing on stories. My grandmother had the stories of three faiths, and I thought it was funny. Actually, I thought it was kind of hilarious. Here I was, it was the 80s, and my grandmother is talking about the three fates. And I go, don't you have to go to like Olympus? And you go to all these. No, 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 no. It's here now. She was telling me that I don't know. Knowing my grandmother, number one, wasn't a drinker. Number two, pretty much shot from the thing. I thought it was hilarious when she told this story, and I'm trying to recollect if any of the cousins heard the same story, which was the three cabs in Vegas. You get three cabs in Vegas in one day. Say you're going somewhere, you take your first cab. Your first cab is your past, what you see from your past. Your cab driver, if you're traveling with, say, you're not going alone, you got a significant other. So it could either be a male or female. If you're a male and a female, your significant other is a male and you're a female, the cab driver will take on either the male form or the female form, and that's the person will get the message. You'll feel like, a message of the past, I guess, like good information that will help to the future. Then, of course, the second cab trip will be a cab that is the now. This is what's happening now. They'll give you information to help you to heal the past and the now. And you're supposed to have a specialized gift. I don't know if it's a extra tip or you bring them something on your journeys you happen to buy and you give it to them. My grandmother told me this, swear to God, she went to a Guido place, got a Guido, and did not feel enough to eat it. So just packaged it up, as it came. And when she was going, the guy said, hey, uh, I'm kind of hungry and stuff. She gave him the Guido as a tip, and he was so grateful. My grandmother was very blessed. So the last person, or the cab driver, or the seer of Vegas, I guess you would say, uh, will be the future. I don't know what these people would look like. I don't know if they're alien and changing into like a different thing, but I wanted to ask the cousins if that's something that we're not talking. We're sitting here in a snowstorm and I'm 8 years old. I'm 18 years old. And my grandma's telling me this. That's pretty cool. And I'm thinking, God, somebody must have slipped her or something or whatever. Because it was not like she said it to everybody, but I wanted to know if she said about, taking three different cabs. When you want an answer that you really feel the need for an answer, you'll take three different cabs. I don't think I'd go that far, especially by myself. I couldn't do something like that. There's always safety. It doesn't matter. So that's my weird story, was about the three fates, is what my grandmother called them. And they, in Hollywood, they're old women. In what my grandmother told me, they could be male or female. And that's what I've learned. So I heard there's a lot of weird things that people see. You would think that more people would be coming down here, but I've seen some weird stuff. I've seen weird things happen in front of me that isn't going to hurt me, but you're like, is that real? Is that a real person? Is that really real? And you don't, because you're alone and because you're not videoing it, a lot of this stuff I don't talk about because I'm just hoping that the cousins will go, yeah, I heard about the three fates that grandma talked about here. or it could be some, my grandma could have been someone's aunt. And she was really good at telling stories. And I always thought that maybe she was just pulling my leg at the age of 18. But I'm kind of wondering if I were to go with a friend and say, okay, we're going to get like a camera, like a GoPro, and go with this GoPro. And what you're supposed to do is you make an appointment. You tell them in what my grandmother said in time in advance. And, like she never gave a certain time. You just went and you wished to talk to the fates. And for some reason, you'll get I guess you'll end up seeing them if you wish for them, I guess. I don't know if you have to be in Vegas. I don't know the rules of that, of calling the fates. So let's find out what the rules are for calling fates. Um, let me get some music first. Okay, let me see. We want to look how to contact the three fates so you can get your answers. Okay, let's go. Okay, if you don't go and actually, like, I guess they went down to the, how does the one contact the fates for advice? They say the fates are sisters, but I was told that the fates have brothers too. It's not always three, and it's not always in many Parthenons. No, it's not. Has seven sisters. Chinese, Korean, Japanese mythology not only have an equivalent, neither does Hindu or Yoruba. The Irish Celtics have the Morgan. So I guess it's if you drive in a Uber taxi cab in Vegas and you can maybe get a fate. What kind of presents do you give a fate and how do you get one? Like a that's like a really good thing is to get one that wants to see you. How do you contact one? It's not really stating that right now. Let me look. The fates of mythology hanging by a thread. Well, the three fates are the Greek. It doesn't state how to contact them. What I'm guessing is the best way is to meditate, and you can ask for You want an outright answer from the fates. Meditate, because then my grandma was a big meditator, so I can see her doing that. But she started going to Vegas quite a bit, to the point where family members wanted to accompany her, making sure she wasn't spending everything. But no, she wasn't. She was just going with the Senior Citizens Club. And, I got to hear all these women. Back, what I've noticed now is there's more men than single women. Like, there's older men, whereas, the men's mortality rate seemed to be higher a while back. Oh God, this is so sad. So yeah, I got my cat here. He's sleeping. I got my stuff done and clean, and I'm just hanging with you guys. There we go. So the one thing I like to tell people, especially if they are visitors and they are coming here, and it is this time of year, do not think that because there's no clouds in the way, within an hour there could be about 10 clouds and the sun being covered over. And there they have flash floods here. Please be careful and don't take it lightly. Never take it lightly. Things can change within seconds here out in the desert. It can be a flash flood. You can be, not found for a while, if a long time. So, as always, if you're visiting and you're doing this, please, it doesn't matter where you're at, it doesn't matter what city. If you're going to party, have a designated sober person. Not that driving in a cab is so you don't get taken advantage by other people. And please come here and chat here. Oh my non-existent people. And that's half the battle in any place, is to make sure you have a designated sober person to make sure that people don't do stupid things. I used to be the designated sober person when Crazy Christine's bestie was getting married, and her cousin was the craziest person ever. And I really wanted my friend to live a little longer than what I felt things wouldn't have happened real well. The designated person who found out when I was driving got so smashed and drunk, got kicked out because we were in a male dance place, got kicked out of the dance place. I had to send her home in the cab. I had to make sure that somebody met her there and put her in the room. She was incoherent, and from what I heard, she wanted to give the cab driver a special goodbye tip, and he said, "Get that blankety blank out of here." So pretty much she was pretty drunk. Yeah, he called her. It rhymes with lore, but it is a horrid. Yes. So it was something my ex ended up paying for, and of course, I end up having to lump that for over 2 months because Miss Thing, who worked for the bank, finally figured out I knew where she worked when I went up there and said, "Let's go to lunch, or I can tell everyone about how much you owe me." And so she ended up paying me. Yeah, I had to go to her work. It was pretty bad. She was not a very nice person. She dated a guy friend that I had, and never realized how weird people are. Trust me, I've heard stuff from him. I was like blown away, really. So I have a lot of weird stories of Detroit and all that, but I'm beginning to learn there is pot load of ghosts just waiting to be talked to, or they have all kinds of different, like, I guess it's over at this place called 13, where they have a lot of stuff that people have felt. Over at over here, we also have the Titanic experience in Vegas, and people have really felt like they were on a boat. Like, it was, how a boat moves, it moves constantly, and they have felt that. And I'm like, God, I really want to feel that. I want to go and experience the Titanic. I live here. Why not? What the good thing is about being a resident, you can actually show your ID and you get a discount, which is nice for being, I can advertise, how my experience was if I go on, the Titanic experience. So that's what I was more or less looking forward to. I'm trying to find all my, I have certain stones that I use that are like my worry stones. I have this one. Oh, you see my worry stone? What? What, Bobby? Oh, you're twitching. What do you see? Huh? I like this one. It has like a groove for your thumb. It's really cool. It's like a hello, lurker. Please come over. Say something. Tell me where you're from. He's mad at me. That's why. Look how he's turned. He's like, he's even scooching further away. Okay, fine. I won't touch you. I think that's what he was trying to get. Is this what you want? He's getting up. You're going to see some happiness coming around. He's like, oh yeah. It's catnip. It's called Smarty Cat catnip. I put it in this because he got to it. So let's have our own catnip. Burn out what's in here. So when you're out in a city of any kind, it's always good if you are doing a lot of drinking and a lot of partying to have one person who really would rather see your welfare a lot better, and they watch what you're doing, And that's what I did. Yeah, I did that with Crazy Christine. I was in Detroit, and I told her she owed me so big. Oh my God. And we're talking girls that supposedly came from good families, and I was just blown away. I mean, these poor guys, they were, male dancers, and I'm sitting there going, oh God. So I sat there um, I would, of course, the woman who was going to get married was having me give money to the guys, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're a designated driver." I go, "Yeah," and they gave me, I would get free on-call drinks, and I sat in this booth, and all these guys were sitting with me. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh, yeah, I got in a lot of trouble. Oh boy. Nothing happened. I just got in trouble because the guys put in a bunch of their phone numbers in my purse, and it was found out. And I never called them or anything. It's just, God. Usually it's the opposite. But I'm gonna go and turn the air down. So, oh, did you want more? I can get more. He goes, oh yeah, you can give me more. Oh, I'm a little bit high. Oh yes, I like that. Look at he's like mum 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 mum. I'm gonna go. It gets too cold with the air. I know. Great. I gotta take my vitamin. I try not to dress sexy when I go to bed. I'm not impressing anybody. I just want to be comfy. Yes, I do take vitamins. So we're talking about weird stuff, and the weird stuff I want to talk about is the myths and legends in any major town. Vegas has got some of the greatest myths and legends. One of the biggest myths that the gods of Olympus are in Vegas. So that should be a plus right there. Yeah. Everybody should be going and seeing if they can find Zeus, and all the people who, was in. I mean, I'm just stating. Uh-huh. Oh, you become so nutty. Let me take your brush. Yes. And that's, I think, the main thing that has been going around the internet is the things in what was it? I was looking at the prices. Wow. Do you have gas? He looks at me like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Did you fart? No, I'm joking. I burped. I was blaming you. What do you think about that? He's like smelling me. Let's ask the Mystic Pickle. Well, let's find out if I'm going to go with the Titanic experience this year. This year, will I be able to afford to go on the Titanic experience in Vegas?
Yikes, that's a no.
Wow, that was quick. Is my cat normal?
Si, senor.
See? See, senor, yeah. Would you like more of your catnip? He's looking, look how he's looking at me. Hi, I'm Omega, and you're here. Please feel free to chat over here, in this, over here, here, right here. So if you want to, you can feel free to chat. Tell me where you're from. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe. No, it's not there. I have it over here. Ooh, you want more? Oh boy, my kitty's addicted to catnip. I always tell people, make sure that all your stuff, you have more than, and this is what I tell people, you have everything on an electronic item. The unfortunate thing, if you forget to charge it and you are getting off the airplane and your phone says 3%, and before you know it, it turns off, you have nothing to help you with getting your car and all that. So of course you're going to have what? Make sure you have your cords that will go for your phone. You know, you can plug your phone in. That's the first thing to have on hand. And number two, to make sure everything, including, I don't care if you've been using the shit on your phone forever, it's going to be that one day you're going to want that printed copy. So make sure everything that you have on your phone is on a printed copy. If you're using your own insurance, because you could do that. You can use your own insurance on a car that you rent. And that's something they're not going to tell you. Call your insurance company and make sure. I like to be thought, to help someone out. Save $21 to $40. I paid for insurance that I really didn't need. They told me that it's something that they suggested, and that's why I went with it. Because I seen what they did to people who didn't buy their insurance, and this is the truth. They'll make your insurance pay for every ding and dong. So yeah, it's not a fun thing. Hey, a cat like me. He can't wait for it to get on the hair. He's like trying to get it out of my fingers. I'm getting him really high. Please don't forget to put a thumbs up and subscribe. Will I get more than one Like,
As your best friend, I think you should consider other ideas.
I think I'll use my other one. I like it a lot better. It's nicer. This one is called Mr. Predicto. It's not the Magic Pickle. It's a lot nicer. And it sounds like Worf. If you know the Next Generation Star Trek app. So anyway, I'm going to ask, will I become, will somebody from the Clay Room become Employee of the Month?
That is a likely outcome.
Is my cat normal?
No.
Am I a born-again virgin?
The answer cannot be found at this moment.
Well, all right. Is anyone who doesn't live in my house thinking about me? Is anyone not living in my house thinking about me?
Ask later when the time is right.
Am I normal?
Yes, it is certain.
Oh God. Oh my God. It said I was normal. Oh God. Mr. Predicto told me I was normal. Hi. Do you have let me tell you this. Advice to one pet lover to another. Blame all your stuff on them. They don't care. My cat's got the worst burps ever in the state of Nevada. People probably think that, he can probably burp, the whole alphabet, but, not quite yet. So when you do visit any big city and you're going to party hardy, have a sane person, not one that is going to say that they are going to not drink and end up getting more drunk. Oh, and I've seen that happen. My a friend of mine was getting divorced and he went and partied with his ex-wife and she was supposed to be the designated driver. Oh shit, she could barely stand. Yeah, it was something. Yeah, that was the 4 o'clock I got home because she ended up calling my friend and going to jail. That was the only time that I told him, let her rot for a bit. She's got kids to take care of. My kids, good. I'm sure your mom wouldn't mind taking care of the kids. And he's like, no, I'm getting her out. I'm like, ah, dang. No, it's because she was mean and evil. He had a girlfriend, he had somebody. I wasn't it. And I, I knew my boundaries and I respected him and he respected me. That's where it went. Watch this. He was going in my thing and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I put this in there because I was hiding it from him. Wow. So another thing is, and I'm going to be honest, use your better judgment. Don't be going to your destination totally drunk because you get, like my dad said, if you're that stupid and you're going to be going into a situation, into a city, even if you live an hour away from Vegas, still, you got to understand if you're a single person and you're traveling alone, you're going to want to use your better intuition, your better feeling. And there's times that I don't even stop to, take a leak going home, not because of time, but because I don't feel comfortable stopping at a place that I normally do. But in the daytime, it's a total different atmosphere than what it is at nighttime. And that's anywhere. So me being hanging out with my cat who has been catnipped. Look how he's acting. Oh, my cat, hilarious. You're hilarious. So it's like I always said, use your better judgment. I've had friends stay at some of the nicest, places, hotels, motels, whatever, and they got a room that was not what they expected. More or less, it was like, how can I say, it was haunted or they couldn't sleep well. You ever go to a place and you just can't sleep well? You're agitated, you're angry, you feel sadness, there's cold spots in the floor. Yeah, you got a haunted place there. I went to a place that had lots of cats. And a lot of people who slept in the parking lot said they had these weird dreams about cats. And I thought it was kind of funny because I was talking with some people who were picking up some cats, you know. And they said a lot of people drop them off here and leave, you know, cans and stuff each week because they'll rent a place down the way. And they said sometimes they pick them up and sometimes they become lifelong cats unless somebody picks up these cats that are at this rest stop. Kid you not. Another thing, if you're moving, this is the saddest thing I had to do. I had a black cat and I was moving my grandmother, and I'm thankful that she did let Abba Zaba go, because where I lived, any cat that got to live outside didn't live very long because they would get hit by the cars in front of my dad's house. And I think the heartbreak that he's going to a home was a lot easier to deal with after I moved, and my grandmother said we had to do the right thing because the cat would have ended up. We weren't on like a road like even here. But what's not to say, because there's a road out that is a busy road that is not in front of my house that an animal can get on and they can get hit by a car. So I'm so glad to have my cat, Bobby, with me. I never had to worry about my dogs running away. Well, okay, my one dog, Callie, ran away twice, and each time my ex made a big deal about finding her. I go, no, you don't understand. It's a big moose. Who's going to want to feed a big moose? They're not going to. Little dog, different. Big moose, no. And each time my ex would be out looking for her, and she'd come home on her own. She'd self-walk. Yeah, for the longest time she did that. It really freaked out. I think that she was actually missing her old owners, which, by the way, her previous owners got a divorce too. Yeah, it was like kind of weird hearing that. So we are going into almost the hour mark. I started a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some puffing. I'm going to be doing some exercises, you know, wall Pilates. I'm trying to do more than 3 days a week. I'm trying to do at least 5. But, you know, if I can do more, I would do 7. Oh, I love you this way. You're so beautiful. He's like, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to have to put that in another room. So anyway, I think that if you're a person who likes to, I guess it would be like, see the unusual, okay, I would say you have to be a real strong person to, I guess it would be like, it's very negative. I went years ago with my ex and the kids and their dad to the Pyramid, the Luxor, over in Vegas. And we parked where we went and ate. So, you know, I'm trying to think where was my daughter with me. And I think she was. And her boyfriend. Yeah. So we all pretty well took an Uber. And, oh shit. Maybe I met one of the fates and did not know. I'm just getting a coaster here. Well, I think that, yeah, he was talking about job opportunities, and he had said that there's going to be many new job opportunities coming to Vegas that are going to be amazing. And he never named what they were. And, all I heard my son's father say was, about it being Trump. And I go, I wonder what kind of job opportunities. It was almost like the fates. Woo. We did walk around a lot. And boy, that was a workout. I enjoyed myself and had a blast. And several men called me a cougar. I was starting to lose weight, and my ex was getting very pissed off. Because I was getting attention, and people looked like, I actually, coming out of the bathroom, I was asked if I was the one driving, and I said, no, I'm not. Would you like something? Do you get a shot? And I go, I wanted the spanking with it. I'm not in for that right now in front of everybody. And he goes, no. So he gave me a Jaeger shot, and my ex goes, well, how much did you pay for that? And I go, oh, the girls that do Hat Check gave it to me free. I lied to him, yeah. I'm not going to have another ordeal because I knew it was going to be one of those nights. And you see, how can I say this? I started to be like, I guess you can say, stand up for myself. And it's hard. And that was, I think, that night when we went to the Luxor. I was seeing all kinds of shit. And I'm like, sitting there going, wow. The energy there. I don't give a flying fuck about the whole theory about the gods getting pissed off. No, they're not that kind of petty. Oh, this doesn't look right. We're just going to piss all over it. The Luxor is amazing. But there's been a lot of tragedies. And to be honest, a lot of people have done a lot of unaliving there. And on some people, and there's certain rooms, I mean, that's a place that you go there in October and you can really have an experience. I mean, think about it. I mean, that's what I always thought, Wouldn't that be for like a good October, Come to Vegas, check out our ghosts and our, we also have some great spirits along with gambling and no, they do not have in Vegas. It's on the outskirts. It's in Nevada. They got northern Nevada, and they have over in the outskirts of Pahrump. Outskirts, like way outside the, yeah, it's nowhere near anyone. It's like, yeah, I took my father to, they have tours there over at Sherry's Ranch. They are not free. You give a tip. I would suggest $20. Okay, I'm being honest. They say it's not supposed to be $20 if you have 4. If you have like 8, at least $40. I used to work there as a bartender, and those are long tours. I've taken my family on several. I could have probably helped run the tour. Oh yeah, and I didn't like taking my family there. No, they used me as props too. Oh yeah, I got pictures of me in props. I was allowed to have pictures taken because it was of me. Yeah. They locked me up and left me. That's something I can't talk about at work, you know? Yeah, I was once a bartender at Sherry's Ranch. Took my family. My dad thought it was hilarious. Then he comes back, isn't that funny? I thought it was funny if I left you in there and see what you thought. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm thinking a lot. I'm walking away and I'm like, you know some of these rooms are haunted? He goes, yeah. I wasn't alone and I walked away. I'm not talking about it. It just wasn't, I wasn't alone. I didn't feel alone. But I didn't feel nothing right around me. I knew I wasn't alone though. There's some rooms that have like a certain feeling, and that there's certain places I go and I knew that I was being watched, and it was weird. So, well, it's almost that time. Well, it looks like I have one like. Oh God. Well, I hope Brandon's doing okay. I really do miss him. It seemed like we're not, like we're not even two boats, kind of meeting and having fast sex and we live together. It's like we don't even see each other at all. Well, anyway, I hope he's doing okay. Dear God, please make sure I have a great summer body. I'm working hard with my wall Pilates. Please help everyone at work. If they're going through a hard time, help them work it out. And please, God, may everyone be blessed, even my enemies. Amen. All right. Dang it, where did I put that mouse again? I'm seeing if I put it under here. Well, I lost my mouse again. Did you take the mice? I put it somewhere. I'm just preoccupied. Keep a prayer in your heart along with love. Omega. Be good.